Hi there, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to build simple forms using ODK-Build. And this is a very simple drag and drop interface. It's very easy to use, very accessible. It's harder to build more complex forms, but it's a good way to get started. So I'll just show you how this works. Right, so we've got a new form here, and first thing you want to give the form a name, and this will be the name that it appears under in the ODK Collect app. And there's a couple of options we've got in here in terms of saving, loading, because you have to log in to use this and create an account. Right, to add a new question, we go along the bottom here to the add new, and we press whatever type we want. So for text, we might want to ask them their name, and we give a data name as what it's going to appear in the database, but then under this caption text, it's what you actually see in the app, so it's what asking. You could set minimum or maximum lengths to this, so if we wanted to discriminate against people with long names, we could set a maximum of 10, and then if we wanted to give some text so they know what the error is, so if someone tries to enter a name that's longer than 10, it will tell you your name is too long. Now you can see the data name can't contain spaces or capital letters. This has to just be lowercase and underscores. So if we wanted to ask how old the participant was, we could give the data name how old, English how old are you, and we can also add hints for extra information. And in this case we want an integer because we're asking you how age they are, but you can also ask for a decimal. And once again, you could set a range of values that it could fill. So you probably want a minimum of 0 because you can't have a minus age, and a maximum of, say, 200. From here, we might want to add some information about when this survey was being taken place. So if we do date, we can give it the data name of date, and then add a caption so the surveyor knows what they're entering. They're entering the current date, not their birth date or anything. And this, when you open the app, will automatically give the current date, and you can just press OK with that. And then location is a similar thing. It will open up, give you a button where you press that, and it gets the current GPS location. And it will also record how accurate your GPS location is. So we might want to take a photo. So take a photo of yourself, and this time we're going to specify image. It could also be an audio or a video. This is the adding media. Now if we want to add multiple choice, there's a choose one or a select multiple. So if I wanted to eye colour, I do select one. Ask them what colour are your eyes. And then for multiple choice questions, you can go onto this bulk editor where you can give them in English what colour, the readable version, so blue and brown, but then the underlying values must be lowercase and no spaces, because these are like the data inputs. And it also means you can have extra other languages, so they can be pressing the one which isn't the right language, but the data is still the same. Next, I might want to have another choose one. Setting up a choose multiple is exactly the same. For whatever reason, I might want to look at whether we're wearing glasses, but only of people who have got blue eyes. So this is done by /data/eye color, or the name of the variable that you're seeing if it's relevant, and then it equals, and then in quotation marks, no glasses is my English values, but then my underlying values will just be yes and no in lowercase. And so that's the majority of the different types of questions that we could ask. As you can see, this is add multiple. It's exactly the same, except you are picking multiple. Now at the moment, each of these questions will appear on a new page on the ODK Collect app, so you have to swipe through all of them. Now this isn't necessarily the easiest or the best way to lay it out. So for example, I'm going to create a group, and we're going to call it page 1, and I'm going to tick the display on one page group, and you can see there's this group at the bottom here. I'm going to collapse them in my view controls so I can see what's going on better. Drag this to the top, and then whatever I want on page 1, you can just drag them into there. And then I might want to create another group, which is page 2. and once again ticking the display on one screen button. And there we have it. We've made a form very quickly, very easily using this drag and drop interface. And so you can save your form, and you can also export it to an XML, which means you can just drag it onto your phone for testing. You can drag it into the forms folder in the ODK directory on your Android device, and then you can just fill blank form and it should be there all immediately. Now the best way to use this is to just go on the website, make an account and play around with it and test it, and then put it on your Android device. This just serves as a brief introduction, but I would go away and try it yourself if you're interested.